Well,
16-bit rivals.
usually
There we
it's me.
go. It's worked. Oh look,
Yeah.
Gary.
my badge is
Usually
hello
it's
beyond.
me who does all this.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, that's true.
Me being in control is not a good thing.
The tech.
Right. So testing 128. That's how it works. My camera. Oh, this is all. I'm leaving that down there. It's just going to be annoying. My my webcam's around. I don't really want to move it. This is perfect. Look at this. Look at this. Floor's just got out of bed.
Just it's cold. I'm wearing my jacket. And I'm very tired.
Heat the person, not the home.
Yeah, exactly.
You may be able to hide yourself, Dadson says.
More money for games.
Like this.
I can hide myself.
Right click and select hide non-video participant. Okay.
Just unclick, show my camera.
Okay. Yeah, but now I'm just in the way of you both. that doesn't really work, does it? Like we could. I mean, I don't know how
like that. We can work like that. It's fine.
There we go.
Fine.
I'm back again now. I'm back.
Okay,
right. Okay. Cool. Right. So that was smooth, wasn't it? I wonder how many viewers I've lost now. I was on 74 before I started, and now it is a resounding 64. We've lost 10. Right. Okay. Hello to the 64.
It says 59 on mine.
Oh, good. Even worse. So this is the 16-Bit Rivals podcast. I am not the host of this. Flawed is the host of this. Beyond has come back for it. So I'm going to hand it over to Flawed, but this is our podcast. So Dadson, if you can please put our links in the chat. We've never had a live podcast before.
There you go, Dadson.
So
the non-blurred background.
Exactly, perfect. So we don't know exactly how this is going to work. We have discussed it, and it's sort of like, how much are we going to get chat involved? If you do have a question, feel free to do it.
Yeah, we can do this. We can do this.
Yeah,
welcome to 16-Bit Rivals. I am derailing Cal's. I was going to say 12-year anniversary. It's a 12th month / 1 year anniversary. Well, first of all, congratulations, Cal, on reaching 1K, reaching 1 year. I wasn't quite there right from the beginning. I was introduced to you.
I was there before the beginning, so
yeah. The unscripted. It's gonna be unscripted. We can definitely try to do. I thought Cal was gonna take charge, and then he just informed me that
he hasn't got a clue.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take charge off the cuff here. Okay, I'm just going to go straight in. Right. So we are a gaming podcast. Okay, so we're a gaming podcast. Obviously, we talk about games. So let's have a talk about how we got into games and what our first sort of console was, and what you would say is your favourite game of all time, which I know for you two is going to be a tricky question. For me, it's quite simple. So I'm going to give you a bit of time to answer my own question for you to have a think. My favourite game of all time is Football Manager. I like Football Manager. It's really good. I tend to play it a little bit.
Shocking. And do you play Football Manager quite regularly, Cal?
Yes, actually, I do. Over on Twitch, twitch.tv/WhyCallum. You're literally watching it right now. So,
amazing.
See, I thought you were going to pick maybe The Witcher 3.
See, I did like The Witcher 3 a lot, and it's definitely up there. I don't know whether I would have actually gone for the original Dragon Age game above Witcher 3.
I agree, P. Mork 88. Pick a year, Cal.
Ooh.
FM19 was pretty good.
FM19 was good, actually. I'm going to go for FM22. And I'm going to go for FM22 because that was the year I started streaming. That was the year that I think I've had the most fun with the game because of how... like with engagement, with chat engagement, and that sort of thing. And I think that had made the game as a whole more fun. I think FM23 could pip it with the way it is going at the moment. But as it stands, I would say FM22.
Bailey, I'd probably say his favourite save was Blue Up.
Oh, but wait, I can actually do it. I can do it. I've got the buttons for this. At the moment, my favourite
Surely.
save is, of course, the glorious Chorley save. However,
Don't
the shirt I'm currently wearing may well overtake.
disparage the Slough.
Up the slough. Up the slough.
Blue Rip was obviously is a classic.
Oh, we all loved Blue Rip so much that I quit it. Yeah, are we missing anything else in the chat at the moment? FM22 was a banging year.
I've got an idea. I don't know. I probably should have suggested this a bit early, but I don't have a proper mini game plan. But I do have a few bits and pieces. So how about if someone redeems maybe Summon the Doggos or something, I will do a question that we can be for everybody, including the chat.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that.
There you go.
Yeah, so I've
Summon the
padded out-
Doggo, he's already right in
straight
there.
away. Brilliant.
I mean, we might need to cool down because I don't have that many questions. Thank you, Beyond Ultra Gaming.
No, it's beyond adult gaming. God,
Yeah,
say it
I
right.
know. Oh, I said that so. Beyond, I don't know how long I was calling you Beyond Adult Gaming for, but we've just agreed that we call Beyond Ultra Gaming Beyond now.
Ultra Gaming Beyond 30-minute cooldown. Yeah, I don't have endless questions, but this is just a quick one. You're just going to have to guess what game I'm talking about. It's a bit of wordplay. Receptacle Skull. Receptacle Skull. What game is that? In chat, if you've got it, put it in. If you guys have got it, Callum or Ridges, it's just a bit of wordplay. What could Receptacle Skull be?
Is it Portal 2, Dadson says?
It's not, and it is Cuphead.
Oh, of course it's Cuphead.
Well done.
Pete, well done.
So
Ford is going to give you
Pete has
£1
got
million.
the first point. He's the first point. This could be our first. We could have our first viewer winner.
We could.
If we could be very interesting. But yeah, so Cal, did you actually pick a game, by the way? Did you pick a year?
Yeah, so I think I would go with FM22. I think I would. I think what would be nice, actually, is if we could ask a question to the chat and put a poll up and maybe get answers through that, because that would be quite cool. So I'll have to have a think about a question that maybe we could get them to interact with while we're podding.
Yeah,
But
you could do that.
I'm going to chuck it over to Ridges. Ridges, what is your favourite game?
Oh,
Send him off! Send the drifting edge off!
favorite game.
Down the field! That
I
was
think
diabolical!
if I had to pick, it would probably be Pokemon Gold.
Sorry, Ridges.
played a
While
lot of
you're thinking there, Samuel just redeemed "Send him off."
I
Send him off.
Send him off.
Pokemon Gold. Okay, so why Pokemon Gold?
I am Jose Mourinho.
Because original Pokemon was amazing. I think Gold was great because you had to, you went back and did everything else. It was just a new one. A little bit more experience from the original, playing the original. And I mean, I play a lot of hours of Pokemon now, but I played a shed ton. That Game Boy was with me everywhere. I had batteries in my bag, like loads of batteries. And when my Game Boy broke, I was devastated. So I had to go and buy another one. But no, it's one of my favorite games just because, I played so much of it. It was so great. Pokemon was amazing when it first came out. So Pokemon Blue Master Race. I was red and gold. But yeah, no, just solely just for what it was, really. Had to turn backwards, rolled down the street. Yeah, on my skateboard. Wow, yeah, skateboard, all that. But yeah, no, I just Game Boy was great. Obviously, I had the Super Nintendo with the plug-in, so I could put it on the Super Nintendo with the Game Boy cartridge and play it on the screen as well. So yeah, that would be my pick.
I must admit, I think Pokemon Gold was fantastic. It was a really good game, and I it would be up there for my favorite Pokemon game. Like I think Pokemon Gold, like you say, with the playability of going back to the original ones as well. Thanks, Specialized. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if people have played Pokemon in chat what your favourite one was. I think a lot will come down to how old you are. I think
2
that's what I
hours
love.
later.
I know, yeah. For Elden, Dragon Age Origins best game ever made. I think it's one of the best RPGs ever made. For Elden, that's my honest opinion. But I also haven't played that many. Flawed.
Yes.
Over to you, sir.
Over to me. Okay, well, it's probably no secret, but Breath of the Wild is my favorite
No
game.
way. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And yeah, it pulled me back into gaming, and now I'm loving playing games now. And I would say, who knew, Jan? Yeah, definitely. It, Breath of the Wild's my favorite game. Tears of the Kingdom's my most anticipated game. If you didn't know, we watched the Nintendo Direct on the week, which they showed a nice little trailer. But yeah, Zelda's my favorite game series. Breath of the Wild's my favorite game, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't know. I doubt there's many like-minded people in the chat, but I would say yes, 100%.
I think it's a good choice. It was interesting that it's a port though from the Wii U because like I not being majorly into sort of the games sphere, I wasn't aware of that initially. I thought it was very much a Switch game, but yeah, that's a good answer. I'm just trying to make a poll.
How long is the cooldown on the Sum of the Doggo? Because we're never going to get another question.
I'm not sure.
30 minutes, I think.
Feel free to ask another one.
Yeah, we could do another one in there. I could do along the same lines. This one's a little bit Older Circle. What game am I talking about? Older
Elden Ring.
Circle. Elden Ring. Well done, Ridges is in there.
Give the chat a go. Give them a chance.
Might have to change it to a little bit less, Dadson. Maybe 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes, just so we can get a few questions. Well done, Samuel. Don't even give us time.
I was in there.
You were in there. So in a similar breath then, we talked about favourite games. Exactly, breath. Genius. We talked about games. What about your favourite console? So what is your favourite console that's been released? I once again, because I'm asking the question, I will give you two time to think. So I will attempt to answer myself. I think my favourite console is my Game Boy Color. I think that is probably my favourite console, just purely because, similar to Ridge's story before with regards to playing Pokemon, that was the console I just played non-stop. I don't think I could say my laptop, because I did play an awful lot of Football Manager on my laptop, and I don't think PC is I think PC is probably too easy and broad of a console to say, even though you probably wouldn't regard it as a console. But
Yes, I was going to say, and also not a console.
Yeah, but yeah, I think probably my Game Boy Color, which I have got somewhere. I should have it to hand, really. I think it's here somewhere. Yeah, it is. I've got it here. This this console. This is my favorite console that I've ever owned. I think the Game Boy Color. Absolutely love that. Let's this time go straight to Flawed.
Lord, Jan obviously just gave it away in chat because he knows it, but it's the Switch, and I have to say, because I've never owned so many games in my entire life. As a child, we didn't have tons of money, but we got the odd game, and you think you've played so many, but in reality, you might have 4 or 5 games a year. But with the Switch, I've hit over 100 games, and I watched the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, oh, well, they've just dropped that demo. I want to play all of these games, and that does lead me into another sort of talking point, which we can go to afterwards. But the state of gaming, and I did sort of predetermine it, but yeah, there was just so much to play like immediately, and like I said, Breath of the Wild is my favorite game. I have put so many hours into that little hybrid console that I can't. I mean, just it's unbeatable for me. It's unbeatable.
Well, in good news for Ridges, the poll has gone up, and Pokemon Gold won as the chat's favourite game. In an FM streamer stream, FM22 came last, Breath of the Wild came second, and then Pokemon Gold came first. I'm going to make a similar poll now for the console, so I'll let Ridges say his now.
PlayStation 2.
Would you like to elaborate?
Just yeah, I think it was my busiest period of gaming, I would say. Come out at the right time, really. Games that are on there, yeah, like all the Jack and Dexter's, all the WWE games were fantastic. No real shut your mouth, all like that. Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the best Grand Theft Auto game ever. You had your Gran Turismo's as well. There was the Getaway, there was Max Payne, there was Driver. There was so many games. I could go through Crash Bandicoots. They weren't that great, but you know the it beat the PS. Well, PS1 is probably my second favorite. Again, I just had so many. A lot of us. PS1 was chipped. You could get it chipped. You can buy games for nothing. So I had loads of games, but no, PlayStation 2 was phenomenal, and I think as we know by the sales of it, it shows that it was very, very popular. So that is my reason.
I think that's fair. It's interesting that in the chat there's been quite a lot of talk about Xbox. And Xbox One's been mentioned, Xbox 360 has been mentioned.
Yeah,
as well.
I would say Xbox One, not so much. I think if you were talking about the three the three pillars of gaming, say if we discount Sega, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, I would say obviously Nintendo's best-selling system's the DS. I would say PlayStation 2 obviously is PlayStation's best-selling and also best console that they've ever released. And I would say Xbox 360 is probably the prime, the peer Xbox, which is interesting because, that was a similar area to the PlayStation 2, and I don't think they've hit those highs.
Yeah, they did well when they came out with because they came out with the 360 arcade, didn't they, as well as the premium version. And the arcade was quite popular because it was quite a bit cheaper.
I mean, RG makes good. Yeah, I was saying the 360 is peak, for definitely for Xbox gamers. I mean, they did.
Oh, one again.
Oh dear, yeah, it's a PS2 win. I'm last again. Switch is second, and Game Boy's one. I need to start voting on these polls. Yeah, so PS2 coming out there. It's interesting, and I do think a lot of it. My second place would probably be PS3. I did an awful lot of gaming in university on my PS3, and so I think a lot of it comes down to sentimentality. It also comes down to your age. What periods of your life are you gaming more in? I personally probably did the most gaming that I've ever done in university because my friends enjoyed gaming, so it was something that we had in common. So we were regularly doing that. And nowadays, to be honest with you, outside of streaming Football Manager, I don't do an awful lot of gaming outside of that. I've spoken a lot on the podcast about the fact that my wife games a lot more than me.
Callum, you stream Football Manager like almost 24 hours every other day, so it's definitely pretty difficult to fit anything else within that. I think Laura would break your neck.
That is a misconception. I stream maximum 3 times a week, occasionally 4 or 5.
No.
Usually 3.
You can't say maximum 3 times a week, but possibly more. Minimum 3 times a week, possibly more. Yeah. Not maximum 3 times a week.
I want to bring this one to attention because I've got praise. Nostalgia is a huge factor. Callum is a wise sage individual. I mean, you're right, RG. You've always been my favourite. I think nostalgia is the key because ultimately, like, you can believe like a really good example. Let's talk about a brand new game that's just come out. Forspoken. Okay, so Forspoken, Ridges was ready. I thought he was about to bring it out. Ridges has bought Forspoken. Me and Flawed believe it is not a good game. We both played the demo. We believe it is not a good game. However, it doesn't mean that Ridges won't love it. And that is the great thing about gaming. Just because something is the best. Like, another example is God of War. I couldn't get into it. God of War is regarded as one of the best games of the last generation of console. It will probably be regarded as one of the best games of this console. And I can't get into them. I can appreciate the fact they're good games. He's lost it. He'll never play Forspoken again. What am I talking about? But,
he has opened it. He streamed it, actually. Agreed. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, but I don't even remember them, to be honest.
I remember playing.
By the way, so
I've played quite a few, but yeah, Forbidden Memories is a very frustrating game.
But yeah, I know. So I mean, we can sort of go into a lot of people, and I think this was alluded to in chat. I can't remember who said it, but about games being rushed. And I mean, predominantly it is a business. However, I was thinking about the other day with the state of game, and I think because my favorite console is the Switch, I feel like we haven't eaten this way good. And I would say, right, that we are in a golden age. We've got a lot. We have got a lot. Flood says you. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of.
What?
How do
Say
you
it.
pronounce
No, say it. Say it again.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh. It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
That's how you pronounce
No,
it.
it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Can I just say as well? I've just chucked our links in chat. If you aren't already subscribed to our podcast on YouTube, we do these pretty much every couple of weeks, and also we do have our Twitch there, which I also shouted at. If you could please go over to them, subscribe to the YouTube, and follow the Twitch account, we would be really appreciative of this. We have been doing it for quite a while now. I think we're up to this might be the 16th, is it? And it would just be nice. To get a little bit more of a following on those platforms.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what? What a way to do the 16th. The 16th one for 16-bit rivals.
Oh yeah,
on a year celebration. I mean, it's perfect. Thank you, RG, for the subscription. It'd be really nice to have a bit more traction on the channel. And I do sort of get the
What do you want us to change it to, Dadson?
I don't know if you can. I think you have to get to a certain level, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's 100.
Yeah, I think you have to have it to be in links, because mine's exactly the same. I can if you typed in WhyCallum, you'll find it, but I think the actual link itself is just a random one. 100 subs. You say it's easy. We've been trying for a while, Dad. So
we haven't even hit 50 yet. That's just, let's talk. It's been very, very slow. Let's not be down in the dumps. It's just been fun to do. So I don't think subs or not subs, it's fun. And I hope it comes across that it's fun. So yes, Dadson, thank you to promote. Yeah. So, but I was saying again harkening back to that direct, and I thought this year alone in January. Right, I had Fire Emblem, Dead Space. We had Hogwarts Legacy come out. We had I've got Octopath 2 coming out. We've got Kirby coming out. We've got just so many things. And then we had the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance pop up on the Switch. We had basically what I'm saying is the quality of games coming out is still really very strong, and we get the odd stinker like. Oh, Plucky Squad. Obviously, this year is stacked. Just in the first few months, there's just so much to play that I would have bought if I had all the money. I would have bought all these games, but we can't all be Ridges.
That was unopened yet, but I actually forgot that I had it pre-ordered on PS5 because I put it on PC. I've been playing it on PC.
He's got it twice. For people who don't know Ridges owns every game ever made.
I don't own every game.
Every game. You name a game in chat, that's the new game. Right, name a game in chat and let's find out whether Ridges has got it.
I've been playing on this. It's great on the Steam Deck.
Oh, his Steam Deck. Yeah, he's obviously got that as well.
Of course he has.
Oh, dear. Yeah, no, I mean, do you reckon, Floyd, it's something to do with COVID, though, still? The fact that...
No.
Okay, fair enough. but I'm just thinking because obviously we went through a lull in games, and a lot of games have been delayed, and now it's starting to make years. Like the back end of last year was pretty strong.
I see your argument there.
Yeah.
Yep. Apologies, I interrupted before I even realised what you were asking.
Didn't even let me ask the question, Chad.
So
no, I do agree.
So what you're saying is where COVID happened, obviously we did get a lot of delays, so now we're sort of reaping the benefits of everything sort of coming out at a similar time. It's just difficult to think. Yes, bad flawed. We have talked about bad and flawed, but that blasted person still comes.
To answer your question, I've played about 7 hours, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's pretty decent.
I've heard lots of good things. I've heard lots of good things about it.
It's actually the first game I'm playing on PC. Because I played it early, so yeah, it's been quite happy.
I mean, someone did mention the controversy around said game. I don't know if you guys want to discuss it, or if that's too serious a topic.
I think avoid it. I think
yeah.
Avoid it. We'll avoid it. Okay, that's fine.
If I'm honest, I know it's in the same genre, but it's two different things for me,
Look,
in my opinion.
yeah, have a global pandemic to increase the quality of game development. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's do another pandemic, shall we? And also, to be fair,
no, let's not do another pandemic.
but yeah, the,
Oh, and that's
it also reinvigorated life into gaming as well because people were stuck at home. So what do you do?
Switch Lite sold absolute shed ton during lockdown. Everyone bought a Switch.
Animal Crossing. Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing, yeah.
You know what? I thought the other day, I was like, you know what? Because I've told you this before on the pod. I bought Animal Crossing, played it for 6 weeks, was like, yeah, I'm done with it now, and then sold it for the price I bought it for immediately. Switch games are magnificent for that. But even the other day, I was thinking, I wonder whether I could get back into Animal Crossing, you know, like it was the daily grind is fun, and I don't have much time to game, so you just pop on there, dig a couple of holes, get a couple of gems and stuff, build a new fence around your house, and off you go.
That was so I worked throughout the pandemic, and Animal Crossing was what I played in the morning just before I went to work. So I'd have a cup of coffee and I'd go do my daily chores, and I clocked so many hours just doing the odd bit in the morning. But I loved it; it was brilliant. And yeah, the Switch hasn't done well only because of Animal Crossing. It's done well for everything. It's also now sold over 122 million units. They aren't going anywhere. We're gonna be flying, and I look forward to the conversation to see. Also, did me and Ridgers have a bet?
Yes. What was
What
the
was
bet?
the bet?
on?
Oh,
Next
no!
console.
Yeah,
It was the draft. It was the draft. So if you don't know, we've done a draft. Not unlike a draft that's happening this evening in Cal's 12-hour stream, but we did a draft. He is currently Ridgers sitting at the top, but purely because he front-ended most of his releases. So he's had three releases as opposed to my one and Callum's none. But he's sitting at the top. And your last pick, Ridgers, fair play to you. You were mocked for it. It was Hogwarts Legacy.
It was my first pick.
It was your first pick. Unbelievably, your first pick.
Yeah, but you also regretted it at the time. You can be smug now, but I can watch the podcast. At the time, you're like, oh no, I didn't realise.
Yeah, that's true.
I totally forgot about Zelda. Yeah, that was it.
I reckon genuinely now, I'm calling it. It's going to get a better score than Zelda. I don't think Zelda will get as big a score.
I mean, that's amazing. Do you want to know what the leaderboard is currently?
Yeah, sure.
So, Ridgers, who's had 3 games, is sitting at a nice 24. So for Hogwarts Legacy, it got a critic average on Open Critic of 85, which netted him 15 points. For Fire Emblem Engage, got an average of 81, which netted him 11 points. Then he had the fail, which was Forspoken, which netted him -2.
Yeah, I still wouldn't call it a fail though. That game's good.
No, it's a huge fail. Huge
it's
fail.
It's gonna be a fail on critical reception, on sales, on everything. Everything. Forspoken was 68 on Open Critic. So this draft goes through.
I have to say, it might be. I'm still looking forward to it, but I was surprised that Zelda looked pretty much identical to the last game.
I'm not surprised. We're still dealing with the same. We're dealing in diminishing returns in video games in general.
Oh no, my only thing is what I'm saying is it was originally a Wii U game.
Yeah, no, I know. But it was
still.
well, yeah, but are you surprised because the Switch is so dated now, and I honestly don't know why they're releasing it on the current Switch. I don't get it.
Because it was backdated, really. I think they were supposed to be out already.
Also, we can jump into another topic talking about Zelda because it has had its own controversy, and so you don't know if many people are familiar, but it's going to be the first $70 game on the Switch. So they've upped the price for one game. Obviously, again, Dadson, the Switch isn't that powerful, but think about the Steam Deck was released last year, and the Switch was released 6 years ago. So
Mm.
it it is dated, but it's also an old console. It was the technology in the Switch was dated when it was released. So now 6 years later, in the same respect, PlayStation VR 2 is it's later technology. Technology gets cheaper as we go along, but power isn't what makes a great console. I do agree, Jan. And yeah, so it's the first $70, and everybody's going mad, and then you get the old like arguments, the console wars that are just pointless. Who cares? Because predominantly, value is subjective.
Pete makes a valid point. The doggo has been summoned. It's time for the
Oh,
next
sorry.
question, Flawed.
Question. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Fine. Next question. Right. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for the next question. I'm going to go to a hilarious review, and you've got to just tell me.
It better be hilarious now.
I don't know if it's going to be hilarious, but you've just got to tell me what game this person has reviewed. Okay. So.
Just going back onto Zelda for a minute. I know you're saying it's 70 quid, but you go to shop2.net, it was £45 yesterday.
Yeah. So I said 70 quid. We're talking $70.
Yeah, but dollars and pounds aren't far.
Yeah, they don't convert. But what you will find is and I've always said this about everything. Don't just shop around. Even in America, where it's less sort of there's less. We can go and we can shop. We can pick it up for £10-15 less if we shop around, and sometimes Amazon sell it cheaper.
It's the same with anything, though, isn't it? Ultimately, everything will have a market price, and then if you actually do your research, you'll find it cheaper.
We're talking if you buy off the eShop or the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store, if you buy from the official channels, you will be paying that price. That is the recommended retail price. Don't ever do that unless you're an idiot.
No, but
it doesn't matter anyway.
That's why the digital version of the PS5 made no sense to me. Like I understand it was slight. Was it like 50, 60 quid cheaper, or is it £100? I can't remember off the top of my head.
But about 100 quid.
Okay, so it's £100. But you think about how much money you will have saved from, even if you bought like 4 or 5 games not online off the PlayStation Store, you've already got that money back. Even if I buy every single game digital on my disc version of the PS5, it makes more sense. Like, it just makes more sense, I think, to have the disc version for that cheaper disc every now and again.
I mean, it doesn't. I'll tell you what. I want to buy Metroid Prime Remastered. There's a physical copy. I really want to play it at the moment, but there's a physical copy coming out, so I'm just going to wait for that and buy it and play it. Yeah. So anyway, I'll get to the question. See if we can do it.
It's out on the anniversary of the Switch. Do you know?
It is. Yes.
Day before my birthday.
Here, it's out earlier. I think it's
22nd of February. Everywhere else, 3rd of March for us.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a hilarious review, and then I want chat or you guys to tell me what game it is that they're talking about. You could there could be a couple games this could be, but
yes, Mal, you can go like CD keys and stuff like that. They do discounts on quite a lot of games, really.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
use my affiliate code.
Yeah, definitely.
Or mine.
It's my stream, Regis. There's also a poll live in chat in case you would like to get involved in that. Can Flawed pronounce Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes or absolutely not? The votes are coming in thick and fast, Flawed.
That's embarrassing. That's how. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if I was the one, only one pronouncing it correctly?
This is the most voted poll we've had so far. By
the
fact that in the anime they go Yugi.
Yeah, that's just a rough translation, I'm afraid. Right. Okay. Should we get to the question? Right. It's not a question. It's basically a funny review, and then just tell me what game they were reviewing. Found a very cute girl in the wasteland. That said I had 0% chance to hit that. 10 out of 10. Such realism.
Right. We both know what it is, so don't say it. Let's let the chat guess. I feel like I know what it is. Mm-hmm. It's definitely one of the SpongeBob releases, but I'm just not sure which one.
Battle of Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm getting out of it, Pete. Sorry, that's it. Oh, RG has guessed. He's wrong. He's on the right lines though.
Yeah.
Breldon's wrong. Beat Super Mario. No. No.
Oh dear.
No, I don't know if anybody's gonna get this.
Go on,
Is
then,
someone gonna
Ridges.
get? Oh no, Breldon is in. Breldon's in.
At the
Points
death.
for Breldon. Just before Ridges. Ridges, were you gonna say Fallout 3?
Well, I was told not to say anything, but yes, Fallout 3 was what my guess was going to be.
Oh, I was going to say
That's
Fallout 2.
3. Yeah. So,
not
so
a
it could have been any of the Fallouts. I actually don't know if they introduced the VAT system when they introduced it. It was the
I wish
first
they'd
Fallout?
never introduced VAT in life, to be honest. It's a real pain.
Yeah. Especially, added.
At least ours is already added.
That's it.
RG said I may be wrong, but at least I can pronounce Yu-Gi-Oh correctly. So the vote was, can Floor pronounce Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, 0 votes. Absolutely not. Got 9 votes.
Oh, what? Look, I'm pronouncing it correctly. I
You
still
didn't even
stand
vote.
by it.
You should have voted for yourself.
I didn't even vote. Yeah, and I've got 2 votes because I've got
Of
control of.
Oh,
Dear me.
Oh,
I thought
dear.
I'd just get them. So, I don't even vote for myself. I do. I like,
lovely stuff.
I'm wrong sometimes. But, yeah. So, well, yeah. That is state
Okay.
of affairs there. So
I've
we can
got
do-
an impromptu. I'm just, as you can tell, thinking this up as we go. I've got an impromptu mini game, and it's a Football Manager related mini game. I'm hosting it, and you two are the guests for this one. Okay, and this is just a case of I'm going to ask a question. You've got to name as many as you can. Okay.
I don't know any football players. I don't even
No,
know what
well, that's
sport it
fine
is.
because you're not naming football players. You're naming Football Manager positions. Now, I do not want you to just say centre back, striker. I want you to name specific Football Manager positions. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of time to have a think about this. You've both watched me quite a lot. Flaud's played at least 3 games of Football Manager. Ridges has maybe played a couple of seasons with Wrexham.
I used to play Football Manager when they had to release separate discs for each league.
Yeah, no spoilers in chat. Good point, Pete, because we've already got a few popping up there. So Registar, Deep Line Playmaking, and they're all coming out. A ball winning midfielder answer. If they're said in chat, you cannot say them. Okay.
I said every one of them.
Oh my goodness, you're saying them all. Chat. Hold on. I've got a plan. Hold on. Yeah, you are very much ruining the game. How do I go emote only? How do I go emote only?
Oh dear.
Emote only? Oh yes, he's done it. Dadson's done it. Right, we're in. Okay, so it's
Is it
emote
actually
only
emote
in
only?
chat. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Jan's going to VAR. Right. So I will let you. This is going to be a game, a bit like a game of tennis. Okay. So Flaud says one, then Ridges hits one back over the net. Flaud hits one, Ridges hits it back over the net until you can't. Okay. Mods can still talk. Brilliant.
Great.
Okay, fine.
Dadson, you were the worst one of it. Right. Okay. Flaud, off you go.
Left back in the dressing room.
I mean, technically, I feel like you've just hit your serve into the net. Go on, Ridges.
CDM, central defensive midfielder.
Yeah, we'll allow it. Yeah, defensive midfielder.
Right back.
Right. You know what? I literally said you can't just say centre back, right back. It's a fail from Flaud.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I thought
No.
you said you can't say what was in the chat. I didn't even see the chat.
No, you've got to say actual roles. I mean, it's not gone well because I don't feel like you know any of them, Flaud. Right, I'm going to give you one last chance. It's actual, so it's not goalkeeper. You can't just say goalkeeper. You got to say the Football Manager roles.
That's a bad
And that
miss.
is a bad miss. It is, Dadson. Right. Okay, Ridges, you to serve.
Central attacking midfielder.
Yes, centre midfielder on attack is a 1. Yeah, it is. He's just opened the door there.
Right attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll let you have it. They've got a lot of knowledge. They've got a
Gonna
lot
go
of
for a
knowledge.
lamb.
RG's, RG's just done search for this player, Segundo Volante. Brilliant. Well done, RG. He's found a way of getting through. There you go for a left attacking midfielder there,
Yeah,
Ridges.
a
Brilliant.
lamb. Yeah.
I feel like he's just put a drop shot just over the net there.
Left wing back.
Yeah, left wing back is one.
Yeah, well, right wing back is obviously
Brilliant,
another one.
brilliant, unbelievable. Flawed.
Central striker.
I don't know whether we can give you that. No,
Central forward.
Dad has just said, I don't think they've watched you at all. I talk about it all the time. They've never watched me. They just have me
never.
on. Can you believe
To be
it?
fair, I watch it on my phone. It's quite hard to read it.
I could tell them all about. How's Jan talking? Is he out of emote only? Yeah, we may as well take it off emote only. We're going to put this down to both of you lost. Well done. Well done. I knew Richard would be fuming. It's 0 points for anyone. Wait, VIPs can emote only too. It's all gone. We're just basically getting rid of people. Disable emote only chat. Right, chat, you have got 1 minute to name as many roles that they didn't name as possible, okay? 1 minute, go. As many as you can. Let's see how many. Complete wing back, target forward, poacher, complete forward, trequartista, pressing forward.
I mean, these are all nonsense. I didn't realise how much nonsense this game was.
Inside forward, inverted winger, sweeper, sweeper keeper, ungonch.
Outside forward.
Yeah.
Outside forward.
No, outside forward's wrong. Advanced playmaker, libero. Come on, how did you not know libero? Anchor, obviously. Oh, you've missed so many.
Nobody uses these in. When you become manager of Slough Cow,
Yeah. Oh, rhymes.
you are never ever going to be using these terms. You're not going to say to your
I'll be
players.
walking into that dressing room and I say, "Oi, Timmy, come over here. You're playing ungonch today," and he'd be like, "I know exactly what you mean, boss. I know exactly what you mean." And Tommy, over here, libero. You've got libero. Fullback. Yes, chat, we won. Well done, chat.
And then he goes,
I also feel
but
it's a little bit.
we're not playing anyone called Libero.
We are. Remember also that some of these people in chat our current Football Manager players, not just watchers.
No, they're just viewers. They've never played it ever.
Unfair.
It's just get off there. Up the
Unfair.
chat, I say. Up the chat. Box to box midfielder. They're still going. We could be here for years.
I might not know the positions, but I'm still going to win a Callum Cup.
Well, if you'd looked at my Discord in the last 2 weeks, Ridges, you would have been in it. But unfortunately, the position has gone. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, because I've got about 4 reserves now, so I don't know how I'm
To
going to
be
play
fair, my schedule, I didn't know what my schedule was.
That's fine. That's fine. It's no problem at all. You'll be able to watch it instead, which is all part of the experience. Yeah, so we've roasted you about Football Manager knowledge. We've talked about our favourite consoles, our favourite games. Now, I want you to just give me a fun gaming anecdote from your life as a gamer, you two. Okay, so I just want you to tell me about something. And it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this brilliant moment when I completed a game. It just something that you've had in your life where you were just like, this is brilliant. This is why I love gaming. And as with my last questions, I will give you that time period to have a think because I have got an answer for myself. And then you can have a good. I can see Flawed is deep in thought. You can always tell when someone's thinking, by the way, chat, if they're looking up. If you're looking up, it means you're thinking. Right, so my one is from a game called Uncharted 2. You play as Nathan Drake, who is a thief. And the very end of it, you're up against a bald-headed bloke called Lazarevich. And Lazarevich is the main bad guy of it. And he runs round and you're in this big circular place where you can run around. And he chases you all the way around. And he's very, very overpowered. He's got a shotgun, so he's shooting at you. And it's very, very hard. And I only had to beat Lazarevich to get the platinum in this game. And I'd never got a platinum before on any game before. And me and my 2 friends in university had spent around a week of me trying to beat this game on the hardest difficulty, this level, and I just couldn't do it. And then there was this moment where I shot him and the screen went black and we just stopped. And then it came up, bing, in the corner with the final trophy, and we erupted. And it was like a goal in football. We were all celebrating it so much, and we were in my mate's bedroom because that's where in university you just have a bedroom, don't you? So we were in my mate's bedroom, and we were all we were jumping on top of each other. It was genuinely like one of the best moments in gaming that I've ever had. So that was a moment for me that will always stay with me. Who would like to go first?
Claude's the kind of guy to hit on his own wife. Not quite sure what you're insinuating there, RG, but I'll.
Sorry, Luke.
Okay.
I've just done a Ridges and I've spoiled Uncharted 2 for everyone. It has been out for
No.
quite a few years.
You know, everybody's currently playing Uncharted 2. All of those millions of people who've just bought the game are going to be raging.
Can I just say, if you haven't played Uncharted 2, play Uncharted 2. It is really good.
I have played Uncharted 2. Yeah,
Oh, well, Ford
more.
can't. Yeah.
I'll go next, I guess. I suppose I would say one of the games I looked forward to more than anything. I was only a young lad. I won't tell you how young because I don't want to spoil how young I am. But was Ocarina of Time. And I remember reading in a magazine and looking at the screenshots because this was before YouTube and all that nonsense. Actually, no, shouldn't have said that. That's given my age away a bit. Yeah, but used to just see the pictures and then used to read an article. Imagine that reading. Who reads these days? Nobody. Anyway, and I'd asked for it for Christmas. My
These
mum had
magazines.
informed me that I wasn't going to get it, and I was very upset. But lo and behold, she lied, and I woke up very, very early, opened my copy of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and played it by myself downstairs with a nice gold cartridge. And I've never been more pleased as a person, as a kid, as a gamer.
Love that. That's a nice story. There is a poll now live in chat. How old is Flawed? So you've got to guess Flawed's age out of the options.
What's the options?
18, 24, 30, 39 or 50.
Oh,
There are
None
different
of them are right.
Yeah, but that's
No,
fine.
one of them is right. It's
I'm supposed to not reveal the age. So I'm just, Go on,
Well,
Bridges.
you two have gone two different. One of you was a game, and one of you was like a present. So I have one of each, I guess. So for me, the console was my PlayStation 2. As you're aware, again, it's very similar to Flawed. It was something I wanted. We were only ever sort of allowed to, if it was something big, you didn't really have a birthday. It was like a birthday or Christmas sort of thing. And it obviously was Christmas coming out of PlayStation 2. And you couldn't get one. They were selling out ridiculously quick. And I was told, "Oh, no, you're not going to get one." Christmas. Well, it was actually Boxing Day, and I found out later on in life that my uncle had bought it, but forgot to actually drop it off on Christmas Eve. So I got it on Boxing Day, and opening that up with Jack and Dexter was fantastic. That was one of my favourite gaming moments, and I say it's my favourite console as well.
I'm surprised if it didn't. Sorry, Ridges. I'm surprised if it didn't come till Boxing Day that you didn't go out and buy it yourself on Christmas Day, because that would have been a very Ridges story. That
It is.
This is before I had a job.
you would have
I
found a
bought
way.
all
You
of the
would have found a way.
consoles, just so that I would be the only one able to play them.
Bearing in mind it was 2001, wasn't it? Yeah, 2001.
I just want to say as well quickly to the chat, because I do know that Callum's been dropping the sub and everything. We have had a few people sub to the channel. We've hit 49, so we are one away from the big 50. So big thank you to everybody who's done
You
that.
weren't even born.
And the poll has ended, and it's a draw. 4 people said 18, and 4 people said 50. Those people that said 18, thank you very much. 18
I think I was right with 39.
Correct. 18 is correct.
And then gaming wise, was completing Wario Land on my Game Boy with the 100% complete ending. I completed that game multiple times, but to get it with every treasure, every coin, bearing in mind, how many times I had to stay in the dark because you couldn't save it. You had to play the game straight through, and I'm there like it's getting dark, and I'm under the blooming lamp, like, come on. Still one of my favorite Game Boy games ever. Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, fantastic. But yeah, once I finally getting that with a castle at the end, and you get your big massive mansion and all the things, and then you get the special intro, I was like, yeah, I got that excited. I actually did drop the Game Boy because I threw it. I was like, yeah.
So Cal, obviously we're good. We're very aware that you have other
Richard's is
obligations.
old. Yes, Richard's
Shall
old.
we go to a few? Okay, I've got some other questions. We can just quickly. I can go through those, and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do
Let's
like a
let's finish off
little,
a
little
mini game.
mini game, community mini game. So along the lines, these will be reviews and wordplay games I have prepared. So we're going to go to the next wordplay game. See who can get this. Laser Mail. Talking about Game Boy, Game Boy Nintendo Switch Online. We're not going to talk about that, but it is good. Game Boy Advance I'm playing at the moment.
It is
as well.
on our most recent YouTube video that Flawed did the Nintendo
Yeah.
Direct for. So feel free to go and have a look at Flawed's opinions on there.
Yes, and our least loved video, but
So
it's
far, so far.
Laser Mail. Soul
Laser Mail.
Calibrate. I don't even heard of Soul Calibrate.
Laser Mail.
Laser mail.
Laser Mail. Laser Mail. Can anybody in chat get Laser Mail?
Bomberman?
Nobody's going. Quick post.
Bomberman?
Nope. Oh, I mean, you're sort of you're going in the right direction, I would say. Just
Mega
purely
Man.
no.
It's something man, isn't it? Laser Man.
Oh, nobody's getting it.
It's not Spider Man.
No, Post Boy. No, I don't even know Post Boy.
Laser Man.
Yeah, shall I get? I think nobody's gonna get it, so I might have to go to the next one.
Go on then.
You're gonna hate yourselves. Rayman.
Ah,
Ray.
Laser
Rayman.
Yeah, I was close.
Right. Okay, here's another one then. Big steel car.
Big steel car.
Big steel car. Come on. Come on. Is it Mail Boy?
Small iron lorry.
Small plastic fan. No.
Monster
Big-
truck.
No. GTA.
Is it GTA?
Blue Cadillac. Yes. GTA course. Grand Theft Auto. Come on. Wake up, people.
Say it again.
Big.
Big.
Did you say big giant car.
Steel. Theft.
Oh, steel.
Car.
Oh,
Auto.
See, I was thinking
Auto,
of the
brother.
metal. I was thinking of
Yeah.
steal the metal. That's where it went
It's
wrong.
wordplay. This is what it is. It's wordplay.
It's wordplay,
Yeah.
chap.
Wordplay. Okay, here's another one. Let's go again. Divine Hat.
Divine hat. So it's something to do with hats.
Divine hat.
Divine Hat.
We're really good at these.
No, it's. I was expecting. Maybe I made them too difficult. He jigged me out with the steel duality. It's word. Yeah, Pete. Sorry. Yeah, that's the way. It's the up. It's not Mario Odyssey. It's a good guess, but it's not.
No, I was thinking.
This one might throw people off. These are very popular games, by the way. I haven't just picked some random, nobody's heard of games.
Divine hat.
I can't
Yeah.
think. I can't think. Heavenly Beret. Is there a game called Heavenly Beret?
No.
Oh.
Shall we go? Chat. Come on, chat. Just think. And there's actually he's not in chat at the moment, or she. I don't. But there is someone who is named after a character in the game.
What?
There's someone who regularly pops into your chat with the name of the character in the game I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I feel like you should tell us who that is, and then maybe we'll get it.
Master Chief.
Oh. So is it Halo?
It's Halo.
See, I was trying to think of two words. I was trying to think of two words. I was trying to think of one for divine and one for hat.
Exactly. There you go. Okay.
I was like Majora's Mask.
Well done. Okay, it got
It'd be nice
yeah.
to get one.
You guys, I mean, I don't know who's winning. Who's winning?
Nobody's winning. We've got none right.
Nobody's winning.
No.
Okay, fine. Another one. I'll get this as a review now. See if anybody can get this. His beard grows in real time. 10 out of 10.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's not.
Oh. Kratos, the God of War.
Nope.
Whose beard grows?
In real time.
Pete said Fable.
Nope.
In real time.
Who's a bearded gentleman?
Oh, I'm disappointed, particularly for one person who should get this.
Probably Ridges, I'd guess.
No.
Oh yeah, is it Witcher 3?
It's Witcher 3.
Yeah, Dadson's
Well
got
done,
it.
Dadson again. Well done.
Dadson. Of course,
Good.
Geralt. His beard does grow in real. Oh, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, see?
Oh.
Chat again. They're getting it. They are getting it.
I never thought chat wouldn't win this.
Okay, we got a couple more. We can wrap up so Cal can get back to his 12-hour stream and hopefully regain some of the people he's lost as we've derailed it. Organic surprise. Organic surprise. Come on, chat. I believe in you. Organic surprise.
Organic surprise.
Yep.
I've got no idea.
Sounds like something not PG. Oh, come on. Oh, and he's got it.
Oh, Pete.
Pete, he's got it. Well done.
BioShock.
BioShock, see?
Mal
get
has said, my
cats doing
gaming
it."
knowledge is basic. I feel you, Mal. I feel you.
Oh, no, right,
Oh.
Basic gaming knowledge put aside. If you could tell me you've not heard of BioShock and Witcher 3, come on. Come on. All the games I've done, everyone in chat knows, everyone in the podcast knows. It's not like I'm going very, obscure with these. I'm going to got two more. I'm going to give you two games, one game from this and then a hilarious review. So the next one is 50% Living.
Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Oh,
I got that.
yes.
I got that. That was me.
Big Cal got it.
Yes.
Very quick off the... Very well done. There you go. Half-Life.
And end of game. I win. Yeah. At the 12-hour stream.
We could say you won, but we'd be lying, but we could say it.
In your face, chat. I'm the winner here.
Okay, fine. We got one game description to finish, and then we're good, and Cal can wrap up.
Park life.
An alien came over and impregnated my husband. Most racially diverse game ever. Had a ghost mum, human dad, alien baby, killed them all, then lived as their dog in the house by myself. Couldn't pay my bills as a dog, so all my furniture's gone. 10 out of 10.
I think they just said it in the chat. Jan said it in the chat, hasn't he?
Sims, no.
No,
It was
Octodad.
It's no Sims. It's Sims. Chat
is
did it
it?
again. It's Sims.
Oh,
Well done, chat.
Well done, chat. Well done, Pete, Jim, and Jan. Incredible
Jim and
scenes.
Chap. There you go. So that is the first community minigame, and the 16-bit rivals lost. they have now lost two. So they lost to a guest. Double O was the first guest to win the game, and and they've now lost to the first community game. Thank you for being part of our first ever live episode 16 podcast episode. That
That's
are we
very
gonna?
It's a very long-winded way of describing it.
I
You could have
know.
just said the 16-bit Rivals podcast episode 16.
I did. Yeah, I was trying to think of a really elegant way to say it, but it didn't
You
really
did
come
it
out.
so well. You did it so well.
Where should
Oh,
one
dear.
post 16-bit rival suggestions? Suggestions for what?
Different hosts, maybe?
Different hosts or different guests? Or I mean, yeah, okay. we all know that there's been a call for a different host every time we post. Different host every time we post. It's-
You're nothing special. We
We
lose
do
every week.
we do have a 16bitrivals@gmail.com. That is an email address. Send them over that way.
Or just
Or
chuck them
just-
in either
or
mine
chuck
or
'em-
Ridge's
yeah.
Discords have both got.
or
16
just
Rivals
in the
bits.
Discord, or just come and watch us on our various channels and post a comment on there, because we don't get a lot, so we read them all. And just post your comments on our videos. I don't know
Or
if
as Callum uses, it's called Discord.
Discord.
Apparently.
It's a new, it's a
Yeah.
brand new thing that people
Yeah.
use.
So yeah, just come and watch us and comment on our videos and get some of those views up as well. We do appreciate you all watching us, and
We can
you know,
hit 100 subscribers by the end of this year. I'll be
that would
Yeah,
be
that'd
great.
be amazing.
well happy.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Right, chaps. Thank you so much for breaking up my day. I do appreciate that massively. If you do not know these two already, I mean, we have just been talking for the last hour, so how dare you? But just to sort of give you a bit of an introduction to both of them. To my this side, yes, this side. Is that my right or my left? I don't know. To Flawed. That's Flawed Gamer. He used to stream. Luckily, he is now back and is streaming pretty regularly, most weeks now, over on 16-Bit Rivals. One of the nicest guys you'll meet in the community, and he is the figurehead of our podcast. So ultimately, a subscription to the 16-Bit Rivals on YouTube is a subscription to Flawed. So please
And he's about
do.
5'4".
Don't put them off, man. No, subscription to all of us.
but please do drop a
Flawed is
sub
not
on our channel, because Flawed is the most self-deprecating person I've ever met. He is a genuinely lovely bloke, and Flawed, you are one of the main reasons I'm happy that I've done streaming, because I've got to know you. So thank you very much.
That's very. And I think this podcast is the best thing to come out of the streaming, and I'm glad I streamed, even though I now hate streaming.
And then over here we have a Goliath of streaming. Hold on, other side. There we have a Goliath of streaming. This man is Ridges Gaming, Ridges _ all the Ridges. He is recently gone over to Pokemon. He does play an awful lot of games. As we said earlier, he does own every game ever released. However, he has diversified now to being just a Pokemon streamer. Genuinely good time. He's got a good vibe in his streams. He is always really involved with chat. I try and be in there for pretty much every stream, because I love just chatting with Ridges. It's pretty much the same community as that is in my streams as well. So we are very much a crossover. He was the main reason I got into streaming as well. So I'm so glad that you two came on today, because you are such a large part of my streaming journey. So I just want to say thank you to you both.
Diversified to one game, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I actually will be able to
But to be fair,
come and visit you more, Cal, once you're Slough manager, because it's a bit closer.
Well,
So
exactly.
I'll
Yeah,
come and see you
perfect.
more.
Perfect.
I'll be honest. I'll try to call you PM. I'm going to call you PM. No, I was just playing loads of games. I love too many games, so I was just getting sidetracked quite a lot. So by sticking to one, I get to enjoy the rest offline. But also, I play first look games on 16-Bit Rival, so we will do it on there as well for reviews and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll probably get quite a bit of Ridges and Flawed over on the 16-Bit Rivals Twitch as well. Long term, we are looking to maybe do a bit more community stuff. It's not something we've done yet, but it is probably something we will do long term. But yeah, like I say, really appreciate you both massively. Link. Okay. Shout out 16-Bit Rivals. Mods. I got told off for modding before. Mods, could you help me out? Thank you, Dadson. There is Ridges. I've shouted him out a few times, and there's a podcast that have also done that a few times. But yeah, please do feel free to go over to any of those links, if in an ideal world, all of them. And it's completely free, and it makes our day that little bit better.
Wait, I've just seen our link. It's DayVC619.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Shouldn't be. It's not anymore.
No, it is. It is.
Is it?
Yeah,
Still that?
it has
Shouldn't
been
be.
that for a while, but I don't know why it would be that anyway. Right, so moving swiftly on. But yeah, thank you very much, chats, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'm going to attempt to diversify back into one game now, just like Ridges. And
Good luck for the rest of the stream, Cal.
Thanks, Lord. I appreciate that.
And yeah,
Up the slide plow.
Love
the
you.
slough plough. Love you too.
Let's
See you,
Oi,
boys.